According to a report from them, as of October, the Switch had its 23rd straight month of being the highest selling console in the United States. Suck it, other companies, or something. I don't know. According to the NPD group, Nintendo's handheld hybrid also had its best month ever in October. So can it hit 24 months running even as the next-gen PlayStation and Xbox drop?
That's the big question, right?
I would say yes, because in this case, $200 for the Switch Lite, that's a great price for a console that you know is good, has a ton of games that are exclusive to it. It's hard to say no to that.
I mean, if you're talking a system that has a real appeal as far as exclusivity goes, you are not going to beat Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo has their long-running properties, many of which it has had since the 1980s,
Right.
and they are never going to be on other systems. Jimmy, I'm sorry, they do not make Mario for the PlayStation 5.
But what's great about the Switch as opposed to other Nintendo consoles, and what I think we should commend the Switch for, is that for the first time, not the first time, but in the biggest way yet they've done, they have third-party games that are available on their console.
Yeah, they're indie games down there.
So they have just completely blown past it. It's not only
Yes.
Nintendo games you play on the Nintendo Switch now, and if you're like me and have somebody who likes to watch television on the thing that you normally play your console on, I can now play on my little Switch while my wife watches television and everyone's happy.
I play my Switch more than anything else, and a lot of it does have to do with the portability factor because the way that everything is for me set up at home, I've got a whole gaming rig set up where my PC is, and I've got a capture card, et cetera, and yeah, I can plug my Switch into that, no problem, and actually play on a monitor with my Pro Controller, which is probably my favorite way to play the Switch because I really like the Pro Controller. I better for the price tag. But I do like being able to lay on my couch and, do some runs on Hades.
You say couch,
too late into
I
the
say
night.
toilet. Switch provides for all of them.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that Nintendo, number one, has the longevity of being sort of like the earliest established name that's still in the game as far as consoles go. It has its legacy titles that people are going to keep coming back for time and time again, along with all of their spin-offs. I just played the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo, which was super fun, even though one of the maps was infuriating. But the fact of the matter is, Nintendo, it's that household, all ages inclusive brand. It's hard to compete with that, and as Jimmy pointed out, the price tag and the availability. I mean, this is the thing it is difficult to get a Switch. Earlier this year, it was the most difficult I think it had been to get a Switch since the Switch launched, and it was impossible to get one. But as we get more and more supply, the Switch supply is gonna go up before the PlayStation and Xbox supply is.
Yeah.
That'd
I like
be
that
interesting to
on the
watch.
eve of the console Olympics, we're just like, Switch!
We're completely
Who likes
unbiased.
portability? Have you
Chad
seen
thinks
the
it's going to be the
size?
PS5.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting is that in Phil Spencer's comment, guess what he didn't mention? Nintendo. And guess who has partnered with Nintendo quite a bit? Microsoft. So if you
Yeah,
can't
good
beat your
point.
competitors, try and join with them.